on this bumpy beer tasting from Schilling Beer Company out of Littleton, New Hampshire, I have FOY, which is a Belgian-style IPA. It comes in at 6.5% ABV. That's the label art right there. This beer is, what is today? This is about 7 days old at the time of this tasting, 7 or 8 days. So pretty fresh. And let's go ahead and crack it open, see what this Belgian style IPA is all about. All right, the head on this is a nice tight white bubbled head, some medium bubbles kind of forming. It's a little bit frothy, but it's starting to get kind of rocky as well, so starting to kind of break down just a little bit. The color of the beer itself is a nice gold, yellow, and hazy. All right, let's get some aromas. Belgian yeast is definitely shining through. There's some nice spiciness to it. Banana, getting a little bit of a banana. Some clove action going on as well. This is probably like a hoppy Hefeweizen. A little bit of that bubble gum's in there. The yeast is really playing a factor in this, I do believe, because these are pretty much all notes that you're going to get out of a lot of the Belgian style yeast. Yeah, herbal, zesty, bubble gum, banana fruit, cloves. Hard to pick out the malt on the aroma, but I think it's going to be there. It's probably going to be in that kind of bready to grainy type flavors. What I'm speculating. Anyways, cheers. Light body, this one. Good medium carbonation. There is a little bit drying to the palate. There is a bit of that kind of grainy and bread-like flavor from the malt. It kind of actually pops up near the end of the sip. First, you kind of hit with a lot of the Belgian yeast. Yeah, so you get a bit of that kind of banana, a little bit of that bubblegum still in the flavor. Some of the clove action going on. It's not as dominant as it was in the nose. The flavors are a little bit dialed back as far as what the yeast is giving off. It still gives off those similar notes. Kind of get that, like I said, the bready, the graininess from the malt. And then this one does have a bitterness that hits, and it does linger on. The hops don't really seem to be doing too much as far as flavors in this beer. It seems like they're just kind of there to add that bitterness. Otherwise, this would be more like a Hefeweizen, I would think. So, yeah, kind of, I would say, earthy and zesty type hop profile, but pretty much just bitter. It is a moderately bitter finish to this that it just lingers on. That's all you're basically left with. All the other notes wash away real quick. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put a score to this one. All right, back. Let's give the appearance that 6 out of 6. The aromas, basically that's what this beer has going for it. I think the aromas are probably the best part of the whole beer. Like I said, it's pretty much nailing a lot of the Belgian yeast notes. You're going to get kind of a mix of everything that you'd find either in a Belgian Saison or a Hefeweizen or a wit beer even. So pretty good for the aromas. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The flavors, on the other hand, like I said, very kind of laid back. There's hints of what you could find in the aroma from the yeast. Not super strong though. I don't think there's enough really of the malt coming through either. I think if this had a bit more of a malt presence, it would have been better, because what really does destroy this beer overall, even though, I mean, like, light flavors aren't really my thing. I like a heftier flavored brew. I said, damn bitterness. This thing just ends up being way unbalanced as far as that. The bitterness just, once that takes hold, it just doesn't seem to fit with the rest of the beer. The beer needs bigger, bolder flavors to have a bitterness that it hits like this one does. So I'm gonna give it an 11 out of 19 for the flavor. The body on's fine. I mean, it's a light style type of a brew, and that seems to work for it with the carbonation and everything. So 5 out of 5. My overall for this one, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I mean, I'm gonna drink them, but I wouldn't buy this one again. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. And so that's gonna leave Schilling Beer Company's FOY, their Belgian-style IPA, with a BuMpY 34 out of 50, which is gonna land it as a drinkable beer. So cheers. Thank you all for watching.